from 31,740 pounds. Land Rover's smallest car gets a midlife update that, unfortunately, reduces it from class leader to an also-ran. Design and styling. It uses the company's premium transverse architecture as the mechanical basis for its chassis, which is made predominantly of steel, and was derived from the D8 platform of the last Evoque, but re-engineered to accommodate the 48V mild hybrid, plug-in hybrid and full electric powertrains, that may one day fill out the entirety of the Evoque lineup. Within that chassis, the car carries its inline engines transversely up front and, in the vast majority of cases, offers clutch-based active driveline four-wheel drive in tandem with a torque converter automatic transmission. The very bottom rung 161 brake horsepower, D165 is the only front-drive, manual-equipped Evoque on sale. After the 2019 engine lineup tweak we mentioned earlier, the car now comes with a choice of 178 brake horsepower or 201 brake horsepower diesels, the 237 brake horsepower oil burner available at launch having been ditched, as well as 197 brake horsepower, 246 brake horsepower and 296 brake horsepower turbo petrols. All have 48V mild hybrid, efficiency-boosting electrical systems. Added to that lineup is the P300e, which has a new 197 brake horsepower, 1.5-liter 3-cylinder Ingenium turbo petrol engine, an Eisen 8-speed automatic gearbox and a belt-driven starter generator motor up front, and a 107 brake horsepower AC synchronous electric motor cradled between the rear wheels, which drives the rear axle only. Total system peak power is 304 brake horsepower, and torque 398 pounds-foot. The car's lithium-ion drive battery has 15 kilowatt-hours of gross capacity, bigger than in most of its direct PHEV rivals, and is packaged next to the 57-liter fuel tank under the back seats, leaving boot space unaffected. Neat packaging in a car of this size. Interior. If you're no taller than 6 feet 2 inches, you'll be able to travel in the back seats of the Range Rover Evoque comfortably enough. Slightly flat seat cushions and a highish cabin floor will leave your thighs dangling somewhat unsupported if you're an adult in the back row, while the car's body design makes visibility back there decidedly poorer than it is up front. But both leg room and head room will be passable for most passengers, and access is likewise easy if you're securing child seats. Once we move to the front of the cabin, we have to make a distinction between the Evoque up to November 2023 and the Evoque post-November 2023, because the latest update has laid waste to the car's reductionist, but mostly well-considered and luxurious ambience. When you flick the car's starter button, so many of its hidden until lit controls, from the steering wheel spokes to the heater controls, and its double-decker touchscreen center stack design, and digital instrument pack, would suddenly come to life. It spoke of a mastery of technology that Land Rover just didn't possess a decade or so ago. High technology is just what the modern luxury buyer expects, and the Evoque delivered plenty of it, with lots of style to boot. Engines and performance. Plug-in hybrid SUVs are heavy cars by their nature, and given that Land Rover makes heavy SUVs, in any case, it was always likely to make a heavier electrified compact SUV, which the firm certainly has done here. Thanks to the size of its drive battery, and the respectable electric range it affords, however, you could at least call the Range Rover Evoque P300e usefully, justifiably heavy, and even though it weighs the better part of 2.2 tons, the car doesn't generally drive like it. Not, at least, below 84 miles per hour, the point at which the gearing of that directly driven rear motor runs out, and the car's 3-cylinder engine is left to propel it all on its own. Below that speed, the car has impressive strength, strikingly eerie smoothness of delivery, and excellent pedal response. Cracking 30 to 50 miles per hour in just 2.4 seconds is the stuff of a middle-order hot hatchback. The new 8-speed gearbox delivers shifts so smooth you barely notice them, and while the same can't quite be said for the gentle eddies and shimmies of the 3-cylinder engine when it's working hard, that unit is much more refined when it's not under so much load. When accelerating above 84 miles per hour, particularly in its upper gear ratios. The Evoque P300e is a different car, as little as that may matter to UK drivers. It feels meek and slow, and the in-gear acceleration data we recorded backs that up very clearly. In 5th gear, the car needs only 6.3 seconds to get from 60 to 80 miles per hour, exactly the same time as the latest Volkswagen Polo GTI, but to get on from 80 to 100 miles per hour, it needs 17.4 seconds, which is almost twice as long as a mid-range Mk8 Volkswagen Golf 1.5 ETC. Suffice to say, if you do ever stray beyond 84 miles per hour in one of these, you'll notice the difference, and that will probably take the shine off your appreciation of the car's otherwise rounded powertrain just a little bit. This is apparently the first Evoque to use a by-wire braking system, so chosen to manage regenerative and friction braking, so cleverly that you get consistent pedal response, no matter what's slowing the car down, and it works well. There's no apparent deadness or non-linearity as you progress through the pedal's travel, and low-speed drivability is good. So friends, that's our brief discussion this time, and this is what we can share a little information about this time. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comments and share for other latest video updates. Thanks for watching.